stand up right now. Yeah, right now. Walk to the nearest mirror and look at your stomach. Now think about what you did in the first 10 minutes after you woke up today. Did you check your phone? Did you drink coffee on an empty stomach? Did you skip breakfast because you weren't hungry yet? If you did any of those things, you just sabotaged your metabolism before your feet even hit the floor properly. 95% of people ruin their fat-burning window in the first 15 minutes of their day, and they don't even know it's happening. This isn't about willpower. This isn't about some brutal diet. This is about 5 tiny habits happening while you're half asleep that are quietly keeping fat locked onto your stomach. By the end of this video, you're going to look at your morning completely differently. Here's the part that's going to make you angry. You could be doing everything right at the gym. Every rep, every set, every drop of sweat. And your morning is canceling it out. That's not an exaggeration. Your hormones are the most sensitive first thing in the morning, more sensitive than at any other point in the day. What you do in those first 60 minutes tells your body whether it's going to burn fat for the next 12 hours or store it. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You've just never been told what's actually happening inside your body while you're stumbling around looking for your phone charger. There are only 5 mistakes standing between you and a flatter stomach. Fix them, and you don't need extra cardio. You don't need to starve yourself. Your body starts doing the work for you. Stick around, because mistake number 4 is the one almost nobody talks about, and it might be the biggest one on this list. Elite athletes don't leave their mornings to chance. Gymnasts wake up and move their bodies within minutes because they know stiff, inactive muscles store more fat and burn less of it. Military units are famous for early movement, not because it looks tough on camera, but because it spikes alertness hormones that also happen to unlock stored fat for energy. Physical therapists have known for decades that the first movement of the day resets your nervous system for hours. Bodybuilders who compete on stage, people whose entire job is having a lean midsection, treat their morning routine like it's part of their training, not separate from it. This isn't a trend. This is basic human physiology, and once you understand it, you'll never look at your mornings the same way again. Let's start with mistake number 1. Most people reach for their phone the second they open their eyes. It feels harmless. It feels normal. Almost everyone does it. But here's what's actually happening. The second you look at a bright screen and start scrolling, you spike a stress hormone called cortisol. A small amount of cortisol in the morning is normal and even helpful. But scrolling through emails, messages, and social media spikes it artificially high, and high cortisol tells your body to hold on to fat, especially around your stomach. Think of cortisol like a squeezing fist around your midsection. The tighter that fist grips, the harder it is for stored fat to get released and burned. Scrolling first thing in the morning is like clenching that fist before you've even gotten out of bed. The fix is simple. Give yourself the first 10 minutes phone-free. No emails, no notifications. Just let your body wake up naturally. That's it. That one change alone lowers your morning cortisol spike and starts your fat-burning window off clean instead of compromised. But here's where it gets worse. Mistake number 2 is something almost everyone does at breakfast, and it's actually stealing your muscle, not just your fat loss. Most people skip protein at breakfast. They grab cereal, toast, a bagel, something quick and carb-heavy. It feels convenient, but your body just went 6 to 8 hours without any food. It's in a mildly catabolic state, meaning it's looking for fuel. And if you don't give it protein, it starts pulling from your muscle tissue instead. Losing muscle is one of the worst things you can do for fat loss, because muscle is what keeps your metabolism running high all day long. Picture your metabolism like a furnace. Muscle is the wood that keeps that furnace burning hot. Skip protein in the morning, and you're quietly pulling wood out of your own furnace, letting the fire burn cooler for the rest of the day. The fix here is easy. Add 20 to 30 grams of protein to your first meal.
This
Eggs,
is how you master
Greek
it.
yogurt, a protein shake, cottage cheese, whatever fits your life. This single habit protects your muscle, keeps your metabolism hot, and helps you feel full for hours, which means fewer cravings later. You probably do this next one too, and it's costing you more than you think. Mistake number 3 is drinking coffee on a completely empty stomach, first thing, before any water or food. Coffee itself isn't the enemy, but black coffee on an empty stomach spikes cortisol even further, stacking right on top of whatever your phone already did. Combine a stressed nervous system with a jolt of caffeine, and you get a body that's primed to store fat, not burn it, plus a nasty energy crash an hour later. Imagine pouring gasoline on a fire that's already too hot. That's what caffeine on an empty, cortisol-spiked stomach does to your nervous system. It doesn't calm anything down, it pushes you further into stress mode. The fix is almost embarrassingly simple. Drink 16 ounces of water before your coffee. Water rehydrates you after a night of sleep, it calms your nervous system slightly, and it actually makes your coffee hit better, not worse. You still get your coffee. You just stop stacking stress hormones on an already stressed body. Now comes a mistake that almost nobody notices, and it might be the biggest one on this entire list. Mistake number 4 is skipping movement completely until much later in the day. Most people wake up, get ready, sit down for breakfast, then sit in a car or at a desk. Your body goes from a bed to a chair to another chair. Zero real movement for hours. Here's the science, explained simply. When your muscles are still for long periods, an enzyme that normally helps break down fat for energy actually shuts down. It's called lipoprotein lipase, but forget the name, just remember what it does. Movement turns it on. Stillness turns it off. Sitting for hours after waking up is like turning off the exact switch your body needs to release stored fat. Think about a rusty hinge on a door. If you never move it, it seizes up and gets harder to open every single day. Your fat-burning systems work the same way. Movement keeps them loose and functional. Stillness lets them rust shut. The fix isn't a full workout. 5 to 10 minutes of walking, stretching, or body weight movement first thing in the morning flips that switch back on. It tells your body, we're active now, release the fuel. This one habit alone can change how your entire day burns energy, and almost nobody does it. Last one, and this is the one that ties everything else together. Mistake number 5 is inconsistent wake-up times. Sleeping in on weekends, staying up late during the week, waking up at a different time every single day. It feels harmless, but your body runs on an internal clock, and that clock controls when fat-burning hormones rise and fall throughout the day. Constantly shifting your wake time is like resetting that clock over and over, so it never fully learns the rhythm it needs to optimize fat burning. Picture a bent bridge that never quite lines up right. Every time you cross it, something's slightly off. That's what an inconsistent wake time does to your hormone rhythm. Nothing lines up the way it should. The fix is consistency, even on weekends. Waking up within the same 1-hour window every day lets your internal clock lock in, which means your fat-burning hormones rise and fall exactly when they're supposed to. Now here's where it all comes together. Imagine a morning where you skip the phone for 10 minutes, drink water before coffee, eat real protein, move your body for 5 minutes, and wake up at roughly the same time every day. None of these individually feels dramatic, but stacked together, they create a body that's primed to burn fat for the rest of the day, without 1 extra minute of cardio. Most people will never learn this. They'll keep blaming their metabolism, blaming genetics, blaming age. But you now understand something most people never will. Your mornings aren't neutral. They're either working for you or against you every single day, whether you notice it or not. Go try this tomorrow morning. Pick just one of these 5 habits and test it for yourself. Then come back and comment which one surprised you the most. I read every single comment, and I want to know which mistake you didn't realize you were making. If this helped you see your mornings differently, there's a follow-up video coming on the exact meal that should come after this routine to keep the fat-burning window open even longer. You're not going to want to miss it. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it, and I'll see you in the next one.